All right, here we go. Welcome to Athlete Stretch. I start every class with something, whether it's physical, mental, athlete-related, spiritual, really whatever I decide. But today, because this is our first time together, I'm going to start with what is Athlete Stretch. So, thinking a lot about this lately. Athlete Stretch is the opportunity for every athlete to come and be challenged on purpose, by design. Every single time it will be different. Every single time it will feel like practice. You will never be amazing at it. And, well, you will definitely be amazing at it eventually. I already want to stop and start over, but I can't, because I promised myself I would do this whole thing for 1 hour without stopping. And it is 11:55. So, goals is goals. Maybe if I come up with what Athlete Stretch is in the middle, we can cut that part and we can put it in the beginning. This will be part of my blooper reel. Made a lot of those lately. Stuck over. So what is Athlete Stretch? Athlete Stretch is foundational yoga, connecting your brain and your breath and your body. That's it. That's the game. Now, to do that, we're going to do it very untraditionally. We're going to be aware of the goal, for starters. And then we're going to use challenging situations throughout the hour to improve upon our ability to connect your brain and your breath and your body. And when that hour is over, and we recap, we say to ourselves, how do we do in Athlete Stretch today? It won't be on which pose looked the best or which movement felt the best. It will be on how well we spent our hour working to connect our brain and our breath and our body. What that does for every athlete, no matter whether you're old, young, active, or maybe you see yourself as a former athlete trying to get back there. What that does for everybody is it allows you to be present, and it allows you to make little better decisions in tough situations. Most of all, it allows you to live an active, healthy lifestyle. So, here we go, we're gonna get started. I'll be giving you more information on that as we go. Today, for example, because it's Athlete Stretch, we're going to use this medicine ball. How often, when we're in an athletic event, or maybe we just fell down, do we get to fall down on something that is perfectly flat and stationary? So it doesn't work that way. So, the bigger the ball you have, the better off you'll be. We're going to use it for our balance, and we're going to use it to bring the floor up to us, much like a yoga block would do for us, with some extra advantages. Don't get one too heavy. You are going to have to pick it up eventually. Okay, here we go. Close your eyes. Maybe turn around if you want. Breathe. Remember the game today, so we'll start off with exactly what the game is. Bring your air into your body through your nose. Hold it in there. Let the air out of your body through your nose. When we do that, we're going to pull our belly button into our spine. So, exhale equals belly button tucked in, abs tight, looking like you want to be on the beach, walking around, feeling good. Don't worry, none of us have abs. Big deep breath in through the nose. So expand the chest, roll the shoulders back. So now that we're full of air, we're going to expand the chest and roll the shoulders back, and maybe even exaggerate that to the tune of wobble. Keep the air in. Okay, that wobble. Keep going. Release the air. Bring that belly button in, maybe even round the shoulders forward. Turn the pinkies in. Big deep breath in. So for the next minute or so, just resist the urge for using your mouth. I'm going to use mine because I'm talking, but I'm not going to be breathing through it as much as I can or can't. Hold it in. Wobble. Try the most you can to allow the rest of the muscles in the arms to shake. All right, exhale through the nose. Squeeze it down. Be empty of air, and you're still fine. You're just warming up. Don't gasp. Big deep breath in through the nose. Last one. Hold it open. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Exhale. I used my mouth there, sorry guys, but I messed up. Just let it go. It doesn't really matter. What we're trying to do is prove to ourselves that we can, in fact. Breathe back in, return to normal breathing. That we can, in fact, control the way our body takes in and exhales air. I think we just proved that to ourselves. Maybe it was a little uncomfortable, maybe it was fine. Either way, we now know. All right, so big deep breath in through the nose. Raise your body up. Don't worry about the holding of your breath anymore, all right? At least not till I cue it. But big deep breath in, exhale. So same game now. Exhale, but pull the belly button into the spine. Don't worry about anything else. The rest of the hands above the shoulders are just to start to get the blood moving around. Don't worry about them. They're fine. Big deep breath in. Exhale through the belly. Big deep breath in. Exhale, pull the belly in. All right. Big deep breath in. Pull the belly in and start to lean forward. Keep those elbows right by your ears. Raise the palms of your hands up. Just warming up the body. Breathe. Push those elbows a little closer to your ears. Breathe. Resist the urge to bring your elbows down or your hands down or your palms down. Just keep breathing through the nose. Maybe try out through the nose this time. In through the nose. Back out through the nose. Use the back of your hand to pull your body up and breathe. Try to slide your shoulder blades down your back. Really just relax that back of your mind, back of your body. It's been up there for a little bit. It'll be up there for a little bit longer. Resist the urge to bring your hands down. I know that you're starting to feel it, I'm sure. Maybe you were feeling it earlier, it's still there, but don't worry. We're going to change our hands now. You ready? Reach up, let go, and switch. Grab it with the other hand. There we go. A little different feeling. Back down in, big breath. Squeeze your belly button in, just a little deeper this time. So to do that, my butt goes back, my elbows stay near my ears, my toes can even come up off the mat. My weight is so far back. I'm breathing. I'm uncomfortable, I get it, I'm breathing. Come all the way back up. Resist the urge to let those hands come down or those elbows come down. It's just the warm-up process. It's the way the body is going to feel before it starts to sweat. And in case you were wondering, yes, you are absolutely going to sweat during this workout. So big deep breath in. This time, push the air out of your body as you pull your exhale in. Use your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep those arms up just for a little bit longer. Raise those toes up. Squeeze those quads. Roll your shoulders back. Breathe. Now kick your hip to the left and try to straighten your right arm. Breathe. My toes are still raised. I can put my toes squarely on the mat and lean forward a little bit. Give me a little extra. Breathe. And switch sides. So the goal here is not to hurt your lower back. It's to root through your feet, squeeze your quads, squeeze your glute, squeeze your belly in, kick that hip to the right, and straighten my left arm. All right, reach up one time, take a deep breath in, and relax. So we did a bit of a stationary, stagnant warm-up there, requiring a lot of muscles to kind of fire and hold. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of the opposite now. Just roll that forward and back. Breathe. So see if I can coach this, in such a way that you can get it, because I'm not going to be in your living room with you, or maybe I am, but you get only the cue on the video. So maybe think about pulling your shoulder forward, pulling that shoulder forward, pulling that shoulder forward. Now up towards my ear and pulling that shoulder back. All right, square, pulling that shoulder forward. Maybe we lean forward, look forward. Maybe we push forward and up and back. So other side, forward. Try to come forward, try to get that shoulder moving, turn, maybe that elbow comes out, and now up and back. Turn open, forward, 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 and up and back. So, athlete stretch. Thankfully for me, I'm super grateful that I've got to live a life that has been surrounded by athletics. And since I was a little kid, I was forced to, I was asked to play whatever sport was in season. So I never became an incredible baseball player or an incredible soccer player. But I'm good at all of them. So the cues from athlete stretch will be coming from a lot of different sports. So for example, if I was going to tuck my chin and pull my shoulder forward like a boxer might, right? If I'm going to come back and I'm going to tuck my chin, pull my shoulder forward like a boxer might. And now the other side. Now the other side. Big deep breath in. All right, hands come behind my back. Still just warming up the upper body. Slide my palms, slide the backs of my hands down my butt. And we're gonna make that same motion or that same position that we were in before, where we're gonna squeeze our glutes, squeeze our quads, squeeze our belly most importantly, and push back so we can come into our 45 or almost 60 degree. So now that we're here, the advantage I have is that, or we have now, is that we're in a spot where it's difficult, we're warming up, we don't know what's coming, and we don't know how long we're going to be right here in this position. So, lean forward first. Try to get the weight back into the balls of your feet, maybe even into your toes. Lift up those heels. Your core will guide you. The weight, believe it or not, is actually all focused in my midsection right now. Drop your heels, raise your toes, transition the weight backwards. As if you were a little off balance, you were falling backwards. You weren't sure if you could catch yourself, but you just did. Breathe. Now, push those big toes into the mat. Come forward, raise those heels up, lower your butt down just a little bit. If you're skiing, quickly, low to the ground, coming down a mountain if you were. Congratulations. If you don't ski, you are now in skiing position. If you do ski, maybe you know what skiing position feels like. Go ahead and make that adjustment. Now that we're here, push the heels into the mat, push the knees back, slide the butt back, raise the toes. So we're in the same position we've been in 3 times today, only we're a little deeper, lower, more challenged. Our hands are still behind our back on purpose. Resist the urge to let them go. Breathe. Squeeze your belly button in. Now, 3 good breaths here. Squeeze your belly button in. Big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Use the exhale through the mouth to squeeze your belly button in. In. Out. 1 more. In. And out. All right. Push the toes down. Let your hands come down. Head comes down. Everything above the waist is going to hang down. We still have that long back leg, long hamstring. Knees are back. Breathe. Most important thing to remember throughout this class is that as we roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, head comes up last. Shoulders are square, loose, probably pretty warmed up. Lower body might be a little warmed up. Start to roll it out. Most important thing to remember about this hour that we're spending together is that it's for you. It's not for me. I get to guide you and cue you and remind you and put together opportunities to challenge you. But this whole thing is for you. So, if what I'm cueing isn't perfect, or working with you, or jiving with you, do you. Leave the video on, come back to it. Maybe something in the future will. But commit to the hour. Commit to you. Commit to working at it. Commit to connecting your breath with your body, with your mind. And I will continue on. So, here we go. Now we're going to pick up the pace just a little bit. So, all the way up. Big deep breath in. By now we know, pull the belly button in. Come all the way down. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Relax here. Close your eyes. Stay here 1 second. What does it feel like to be here? Your brain? Nothing? You're not worried about what's going on or what's next? Just be here. All right, this is my first time on the video, so I don't know if turning will be the best option so you can see, but I'm going to try it that way. So you don't have to turn, but I'm going to try to do it this way so you can get maybe a different angle. Take our ball, bring it up above our head. Told you you'd pick it up. Doesn't matter how heavy or light it is. Push it towards the ceiling with your fingertips. Squeeze your elbows in towards your ears. Stand up on those toes. So, basketball here. We're trying to get as tall as we can, as long as we can. We just want to get a fingertip on it. Maybe it's that defensive lineman trying to smack the ball away. Jumps up there at the last second. Get up on those toes. Don't lose it. If you do, come back up. And breathe. All the way up. Raise that up all the way. Belly button into your spine. Keep your toes firmly planted in the mat. Keep your heels way up as tall as you can be. Bring the ball down. Now bring your butt down. Keep those heels all the way up. Come all the way down into that catcher's squat. We have our ball in front of us. We're in that catcher's squat. Big deep breath in. Bend down. If you lose it, or if you are losing your balance here, a lot of times it's simply that you are not connected to that pose. You thought about lunch for a second. You thought about what's next for a second. You were concerned that maybe something was challenging you. Big deep breath in and out. You're here now. We're coming back up first. Stay up on those toes if you can. Use the ball counterweight if you want to. Raise the ball all the way up. Put it in that fingertips first. Now squeeze your elbows in towards your ears. Come all the way back down with that ball. Come all the way down to that catcher stance. Maybe my elbows come between my knees. Go ahead and put that ball down in front of you. If you can, we're going to put both hands on the ball first. Come up, put the weight on the ball. Step back with my left foot. Step back with my right foot. And I'm in my first plank of the day. So my upper body's pretty warm. My lower body's a little bit, still a little stiff. Not quite there yet for me personally, but maybe you're there. Breathe. So, this spot is not challenging. This spot's a spot that you're used to being in. If you're an athlete or you were an athlete or at some point in time someone told you you had to do a push-up, right, or a plank, it's a simple position. Very good for building core strength. Very good for building strength through the entire front body. If you can, take your right foot, slide it up next to your right hand. So now we have both hands on the ball. My right foot is up, my left foot is back. Go ahead and give it a little bit of a rock forward and back. Try to get comfortable. Let's work out of this position for a little bit. So, first things first, breathe. Notice if you can, simply just slide your weight over into your right foot. Transition the ball, your left hand onto the top of the ball, and just take your right hand off. Put it right on that knee. So here we are. We have 3 points of progress, or 3 points touching the mat right now. I want to go to 2. Okay? I want to challenge myself to go to 2. So the 2 that I'm going to use are the 2 that are in front. I'm going to put my hand out in front of me just so I don't fall first. I'm going to push the weight from my back foot to my front foot. I'm going to step up on that right foot. The ball is here, it's not flat. Now that I'm here, I'm going to breathe. Turn those back toes down. Okay? Breathe. Slowly bend into the front knee so that the back toes come down. So it's a little bit of a different way down. Raise that right palm back up. Breathe. Step up into that right foot. Ball's still there for you. Drop those toes back down by bending the front knee, and the toes come back. Arm is up. One more time. Look forward first. Find something in front of you that's not moving. Step up. If you want, take your left hand off the ball, bring it to heart center. Breathe. Same way down now. Bend into that front leg. You can find the ball with your hand. Toes come down. Right hand comes down to the ball. Left hand's on the ball. Taking that left foot, back foot first. Step it way out to the left. So you have plenty of balance. Take that right foot, put it back. Here I am, I'm in my plank. Easy stop. Breathe.
Excuse me, I just want to show someone the room.
Sure.
So he's taking advantage of this being empty and doing his floor exercises, but there's plenty of room for someone else to come in and do theirs. And if you bring any equipment from another room, just please bring it back. But there is plenty of equipment in here. There's dumbbells and all kinds of things. This is where classes are too.
Well, I guess that happened, so here we are. Hope your plank is going well. My objective now is to take that left leg, pull it up next to my left side. All right, the same game, we're going to do the opposite now. Transition that right hand to the ball. So find it, make it strong and sturdy. Look over that left shoulder, smile. Smile at me, smile at you. Smile because you're, I don't know, 20-something minutes in. Not bad. Hopefully you're breathing. Hopefully you're working at it. Hopefully you haven't given up. And that's all that matters, is that you don't give up. Here we go. Left hand comes up. So let's really work on this left hand now, since you can see it so well. Raise it up to the mat, raise it up to the sky. Palms up. Keep it there. Rock a little forward and back. Almost as if you're a sprinter, right? We're going to start coming out of that sprinting position. Whenever you're ready, fly it up. So kick it up just a little further forward. That back leg comes up. And I'm going to point my toe at the mat. By doing so, I'm almost turning my pinky toe down and my heel out, turning my IT band, for those of you that are runners. Step that. Drop the back toes, but first, you're keeping the back toes up. You're sinking into the front leg. It's a really tough description, but that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do a few more times. Hopefully you get it this time. All right, step up. Sink down into that front leg to drop those toes down. One more time. Really raise the palm up. Step up. Sink down in that front leg. Put those toes down. Hands come back. Find the ball. Kick that right leg out. Left leg comes back. Here we are in our plank. Okay. Take the right foot. Step it up next to the right hand. Stay down. Put plenty of weight in the ball. Take your left foot. Step it up next to your left hand. Here we are. Ball's on the ground. Technically, we have 4 things touching, but only 3 are touching the ground. Our toes, the ball, our heels. Our hands are where we want them, right in the middle. Objective here is to just slide your butt down, slide your shoulder blades down your back. Bring the ball into that catcher's position. So here we were. Bring that ball in. Super low, deep, tough squat here. All right, this is one of the more uncomfortable positions for me personally. So I'm going to try not to rush. I'm going to push my elbows into my knees and push my knees right back into my elbows, sinking my butt down, rolling my shoulders back, squeezing my belly button, and breathing for 5. One more. Come all the way down. Hands come down, ball comes down, knees come up, butt comes up. Find the ball with your hands, step back with your left, step back with your right. Find plank, high plank. I think it'll be fun to challenge ourselves just a little bit, so Don't worry about it. Skip this part if you can't. Maybe get water if you want. If you want a challenge, step that left knee in, touch your left elbow. And back. Right knee, right elbow, and back. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So if you did get water, welcome. If you didn't get water, maybe take a sip here. I'm going to talk for a minute. I'll let you breathe. Let you connect. Let's face it, you're probably evaluating. Don't. Just get water, come back, and I'll help you to remember the game. Breathe. I have noticed, so through all of the sports that I have got to play, especially the martial arts, but every single one of them, and I hope that you will notice when you watch television, you watch your sports on TV, or you watch your athletic event on television, maybe you like the Spartan races, the athlete that has control of their breath, the athlete that's calm when the pressure is highest, the athlete that's calm when the physical exertion gets challenging. Those are the ones that win. And we can use that whether we're competing or whether it's us versus us in the gym, or whether it's us versus us in our daily life. The athlete that has control, those are the ones that win. So, I think we got about 20 more minutes left. Let's keep going. I'm just gonna step it up a little bit more. So, at any point in time, you can put your knees down. You can change this ball from a block to a block. You can use the mat only. You know, remember, the goal is to do you. Make yourself feel good. I just get to guide you through it. And I'm glad, and I'm grateful that I do. And if you happen to be watching this very first video, know that I probably have so much love for you that I would be willing and thankful to send this imperfect, unknown to you. So do it and keep going and don't quit. At least for the next 20 minutes. You've committed. I'm sure if I gave it to you, you've already committed to doing it. So don't quit. All right, take that ball. You can leave it off to the side for now. Do a couple different poses. And these are a little bit more from wrestling / combat sports. Or I'm going to cue them that way. Anyways, so here we go. Start off in that catcher's position. Knees up. Knees forward. Heels up. Start to straighten that back. Shoulder blades back. Everything's back. Breathe. If this position bothers you, you can just be on your knees if you want to. If you're on your knees, come on up. Put your hands in front of you, or maybe we'll go down to our knees so everybody knows where they started from. My hands are just in front of my knees. Push my knees up and back. Get up on my fingertips. My heels are driving towards the mat. I'm breathing. If there's something keeping your heels up, breathe into it. Because I actively want to push my left leg back, my right leg back, my left leg back, my right leg back. Look forward. Put your fingertips back down or your palms back down. Put your knees back down. So this time, instead of kicking that butt up and back, I just want to raise my knees up. So I have weight in each hand, weight in my toes. I'm breathing. Most importantly, I got my belly button in towards the spine. So this is probably an advanced move for many of us. It's fine if it is. If you don't have it in your game, don't worry about it. Just stay here. Push hard through the palms of my hands. If you can, take your left leg, put it back. Breathe. Take that left toe, bring it back, put it down. Okay, you know where it's going. Find a way, take that right leg, put it back. Breathe. Take that right leg, put it back. Go ahead and sit back, shake it out. Do another set of those. All right. Again, these can be on your own. You can pause. You can try it. If you fall, you can look up and say, what the heck is he trying to do? Maybe you have to do it again. Maybe you have to try 2 or 3 times. Maybe my cues aren't working for you, and it looks like an interesting position, so you give it a shot. Maybe you did it perfect, and we can all move on. All right, we're going back. We're going to do 2 each side now. So my knees started just a little bit behind my hands. My hands are down. My knees are up. My left leg comes straight back. That's all it changed. My knee is still 2-3 inches off the mat. I'm pushing hard through my hands, pushing hard through the palms of my hands, raising that left leg up, and switch. Raise that right leg up. Kick your heel down. Your heel is up. Your toes are forward, and switch. Now remember to breathe. Breathe. Switch. Come all the way back. Step it on. I desperately want to do those again. Let's do them again. All right? There's a lot of good in that position, in that pose. A lot of challenge in that pose. If the thought of doing those again make you challenged, if you're afraid I'm going to say some big number, going to be down there forever, well, I am. But I want you to understand that as long as you commit to breathing when you're down there, even if you do 1, we're off to a great start. So, my breath is in. My breath is out. My breath is in. My breath is out. If you've ever read Atomic Habit, it talks about ways to build habits to point and call. So here we go. My breath is in. My breath is out. My breath is in. My breath is out. Coming down. Fingertips are down. Knees come down. Hands are right in front of your fingertips. Push hard into the palms. Raise those knees up. Breathe. Left leg goes back. Kick the heel up. Try to make this one as good as you can. Breathe here. My breath is in. My breath is out. My breath is in. Switch. My breath is out. And breathe. Switch. Last one. Come on. Breathe. Switch when you're ready. Breathe. Push it back. Roll it up. Awesome. All right, I think I got about 10 minutes left with you, so I'm gonna transition to the floor. I hope that this transition is effective on the camera and for you. I'm gonna get my ball here. Excuse me. Somebody opened my door. What an amazing thing to have happened 50 minutes in. Totally flowing. Feeling good. Impromptu water break. Congratulations, you probably earned it. All right, here we go. Back to it, back at it. Finish strong, 10 minutes. Probably a great opportunity for me to remind you to finish strong. One interesting thing, as I grew up and got a little older and realized that athletics wasn't everything, it's most things for me. The people didn't even understand the concept of finishing strong. Right? Finish through the tape, some coaches would say. You don't quit. A lot of people would say that too. All right, here we go. Heels are up off the mat. I have a balancing posture now. Most important thing about balancing posture is three things. One, your core is tight. Two, your breath is good. Oops, sorry. No problem. Two, your breath is good. And three, if you can find something that's not moving, that helps a lot. Kick those toes away. Heels are down. Toes are pointed. Ball comes above your head. Push those palms into the ball. Elbows into my ears. Belly button straight, strong. Breathe here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Ball comes down, still in that balancing posture. Settle back. My shoulders are off the mat. My heels are off the mat. Ball is settled on top of me. Push that ball away from me as far as I can. Squeeze my belly button in. Now we're going to use the ball to hollow out our belly. So push the ball up. Push your back muscles around to help you. It's a tough analogy, or a tough way to cue that, but once you understand that your back is actually wrapped around, holding you in place, you'll be better off. Come all the way back down. Let everything come down. And breathe. Take that ball, put it right on your belly button. When you inhale, make sure that ball comes up. And when you exhale, make sure that ball goes down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Wow. Let's keep going. Push that ball up first. So you'll see, if you can take one quick look, maybe you do this next, I'll pause for you and I'll wait for you. My head is on the mat. My shoulders are on the mat. Ball is straight up. Butt squeezed, heels are kicking into the mat. All that changes. I roll my shoulder blades off the mat. Once my shoulder blades are off the mat, I have a little less surface area on the mat, as you can tell, or raise up my heels. So, the game here is to decide how much surface area you want touching the mat. For me, I'm going to try to make it as little as possible and raise those hands straight up. Breathe. Now, if you notice, we're in the same position we started the day in. Crazy how that works. Breathe. Hands come heart center just like we started the day. Come down, heels come down, everything comes down. Ball goes up. Where are we? Same position we started the day. Big toes touch, heels come out. Let that ball go. Hands come down by your side. Close your eyes. Breathe. Keep those eyes closed. Bring your awareness to your breath. We have one more practice, one more portion of practice. It's just the same way you might have run conditioning at the end of practice, or sprints, or suicides. Or maybe you waited till the end to drill. These next 4 minutes, I'm going to ask you not to move, not to fidget, not to blink, just to breathe. And when you find yourself wanting to fidget or blink, I want you to just notice it, and then don't fidget or blink. What you will find quickly is that that will go away. So for the next 4 minutes, please close your eyes and breathe. In through the nose, out through the nose. Mind wanders, bring it back. This is the practice. Breathe. So if this was your first time taking Athlete Stretch, or your 20th time taking Athlete Stretch, I would remind you that it truly is practice. Hopefully, you did it with a smile. Hopefully, you can bring a little smile with you, knowing that you did something hard on purpose, knowing that you spent a little time with your breath. So I read about something recently called the guru complex, where the guru, or the guide, wants to tell you how you should feel, or what you should feel. And I'm sure I did that at the beginning of class, but now I will ask you to notice how you feel later in the day, or maybe tomorrow. If nothing else, thank you so much, and I'm grateful that you took the class.